Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. Today we'll be discussing Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 4, text 31. It's a two-line verse. Nayam lokosti ayagnasya kutonyah kuru sattama. So Krishna has been explaining about different yogas. The third chapter of Bhagavad Gita introduced the importance of the yogic principle or yajna principle. By performing yajna for the pleasure of Lord Vishnu, one will be freed from karma bandhana. And those different yajnas are now further explained in this fourth chapter. And Krishna is now concluding by saying that without sacrifice or without yajna, one can never live happily on this planet or in this life. What then of the next? Ayam lokaha asti ayagnasya. Ayagnasya means one who does not do yajna. Ayagnasya, or Prabhupada translates it as of the foolish. Na asti, there is no happiness in this world. Kutonyaha, where is the point of other happiness in the next life? Or without sacrifice, one can never live happily on this planet or in this life. What then of the next life or the other planet? So Prabhupada mentions in the purport, whatever form of material existence one is in, one is invariably ignorant of his real situation. In other words, existence in the material world is due to multiple reactions to our sinful lives. Ignorance is the cause of sinful life, and sinful life is the cause of one's dragging on in material existence. So the point is, whatever form of material existence one is in, one is invariably ignorant of his real situation. Even if one is the most learned, even if one is in the heavenly planets, even the demigods, muhyanti yat surayaha, they are all bewildered with their material existence and they are ignorant of his real situation. And it is said that, in other words, existence in the material world is due to the multiple reactions to our sinful lives. Because of our sinful lives, we get this material body and we forget who we are. Prabhupada tells one story where, so this man is walking and suddenly at the corner of the street, his friend looks at him and he says, "Oh, here is a ghost. Run away, run away, run away." And they all run away. And then this man starts to think, maybe they are making some fun. And then he walks again after some distance at the other corner of other street. Another friend or another man, "Oh, here is a ghost. Run away." So like that he keeps on saying, or they keep on saying for several times. And this man really starts to think, "Oh, here I am a ghost." Or nowadays they do these pranks, especially with the social media becoming prominent. So this man was given a substance by which he is put to sleep. So he went to deep sleep. So he was put in this coffin, right? When somebody dies, they put their body in a coffin. And this man was put in a coffin with the top open. And he's placed in that place where they offer their final rites. like a church kind of place. So they're all sitting with suits, and this man slowly gets up, and they're all crying, and this man is getting out of the coffin. He doesn't understand what's going on. He gets bewildered, and he starts to move, and these people are all very serious, praying and crying, and he starts to come and go to various people. They are not noticing him even, and then he's like losing his mind. Have I really died? Kind of. He almost thinks he died, and then he goes and touches his mom, 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 and then suddenly everyone gets up and starts to say it's a prank and all that. And then he's like, oh my God, for a moment I thought I died. So this actually, we are not any of this material avatars, if we may call that, or anyatha rupam that Bhagavatam says. So we acquire some body and start to think we are a particular person of the particular country or caste or color based on our body. And we start to think, yes, I am that, out of illusion. Pishachi paile jana mati channa hoy. It's like a ghostly haunted. If someone is ghostly haunted, they forget who they are. And even their own family members, their parents, he starts to abuse, calling ill words. Maya grasta jiva, because of Pishachi paile. So this material existence makes us believe that we are something else than who we are not. And we are happily doing all kinds of dharma. Oh, now I am born with this color. Now my dharma is to fight with those people of that color. In the next life, I may be born in that camp and I'll be fighting with this group. See? And why this is happening? Because of our sinful life, we have to take a material body in a particular group. And material existence means ignorance. And we continue that cause of once dragging on in material existence. And so, Prabhupada mentions how to get out of this. He says that he points out that there is a loophole. The loophole is this material, this human body. This human body is the loophole by which we can get out of this material existence. Prabhupada wrote one letter. He said to his disciple, please accept my blessings. I am so glad to receive your first letter to me in India, and also to receive your contribution of $10. And he commended him, you are always first in contributions, and therefore your contribution is also the first to come from the American centers. And then Prabhupada preached to him that it is so stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam that the best use of the human form of life is to serve Lord Krishna by one's life, resources, intelligence, and words. So Prabhupada is paraphrasing this shloka from Srimad Bhagavatam. Pranair ardhair dhiya vacha shreya acharanam sada. One should use one's prana, one's life, resources, intelligence, and words to serve Lord Krishna. And then he's saying, so you're all good souls, especially your example is very nice, for you have practically given your life and soul to Krishna consciousness. You are utilizing your resources for the society, and you are utilizing your intelligence and words for the furtherance of Krishna consciousness. So I very much appreciate your effort, and surely Krishna will bless you more and more, and you will feel it yourself. So you see how everything that we have, prana, ardha, life, wealth, Dhiya, our intelligence, Vacha, our words, resources, should be used for serving Krishna. Actually, if you see different levels of human existence, at the bottom is those who live only like animals. They don't have any Vedic understanding. Their only aim in life is sense gratification. That is called vikarma. Nunam pramattaha kurute vikarma. They only live for sense gratification. And then there is karmis, one step above that. Karmis are, they don't do vikarma, but they stick to regulated activities in Vedic scriptures. But they want Janma Ishwarya Shrutashri, good life, good enjoyment, regulated enjoyment, good beauty, Shri Aishwarya Prajepsavaha. And then above the karmis is the gnanis. Gnanis means they understand even by performing this regulated Vedic rituals, I'll get some, okay, good birth, heavenly planets, but it all is going to end. Even in the heavenly planets, there is going to be tribulations. You see, Bhagavatam is full of episodes of how these demigods are attacked by the demons and they go to take shelter of Lord Brahma, who takes shelter of Lord Vishnu, and eventually they will become victorious. So, like that, always there is a problem. So, what to speak of problems in this planet? So, the Gnanis, they come one step above. Oh, I don't want to deal with any of this. I'm a spirit soul. Aham Brahmasmi. So, Brahman happiness is important to me. But they don't understand higher happiness of Krishna consciousness. So, above Gnani is the Bhakta, who does not become just happy by negating material existence and thinking he is Brahman, but he goes into the positive side. In this material world, all material happiness ends in distress. All material relations have to end. Either during the life they turn sour or they are cut short. Either case, there is distress. But in the spiritual world, there is no distress. It's eternal engagement, eternal happiness. There is no, even the factor of time is not felt. Nimeshardhakyo na vrajati yahi tatrapi samayaha. That means, in this world, the time is taking away our age, time is taking away our relations. Every time the sun rises and sets, Udyan Astantyajan Nasau. Yat Kshanonita Uttama Shloka Vartaya. For those who are engaged in Krishna consciousness, the time factor does not act. In other words, their Krishna consciousness is not taken away. But whereas anything material you have, whatever it is, it's all taken away by this everyday the movement of the sun or as time progresses. So the topmost is Krishna consciousness. But in order to reach Krishna consciousness, the Vedic literature gradually brings us. So don't stay on the level of vikarmis. At least come to the level of karmis. And then come to the level of gnani, come to the level of yogi, and then become bhakta. If you see the last few verses, the Vedic different yajnas are meant for this progression. But in Kali Yuga, by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, directly we are given this most precious Krishna consciousness, that which is given Chiradadattam, that was not given for a very long time because people are not capable. of understanding. Apamaram yo vitatara. But that has been given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which has not been given for a very, very long time. But because we are not that elevated, we are not able to take the lesson. You're not able to value that jewel of chanting the holy name of the Lord. So Prabhupada says, having come to human life, don't waste it and go back to animal life. He often tells the story of Punarmushiko Bhava. So this rat, he comes to the sage and he asks him for a benediction. I'm being troubled by this cat. So what is the benediction you want? Oh, if I become cat, I'll not be any more troubled by this cat. Okay, you become a cat. Cat Bhava. And then after some time, the cat comes again. Oh, this dog is chasing me. So what do you want? You want to become dog? Okay, you become dog. Dog Bhava. And then after some time again it comes. Oh, this tiger is chasing me. Oh, you want to become tiger? Okay, you become tiger. And then he becomes tiger, but he is not moving away from that place. He is looking at him with an intent to kill and eat him. And the sage is looking at him and saying, what are you doing? Why are you not going away? Do you want to eat me? Yes, I want to eat you. And then the sage said, Punarmushiko Bhava. You become a rat again. So there go, it becomes a rat again. So, having obtained this human life, we should not again Punarmushiko Bhava. You waste it and again go back to our sinful habits and at the end become like an animal again. What a tragedy. It's going on since Anadi, like Bhaktivinoda Thakur sings, Anadi karma phale padi bhavarnava jale. Anadi means it's so long that I cannot figure out when I started. Somehow or other we have fallen. Therefore, the real aim of life is to get out of this bhavarnava or the nations. This human body is compared to like a boat. You know, even the best of the boats, even the Titanic, they said that was the best boat or the ship that never sinks. But as we know in history, the Titanic sank on its very first voyage after they spent so much in technical brilliance to make it so sturdy and technologically equipped even in those days. But still it sank. But the human body, Shastra certifies that if you use it properly, it will never be in vain. Nrideha madhyam sulabham sudurlabham plavam sukalpam guru karna dharam. This human body is like a very able boat by which you can cross this material existence, which is like a huge ocean. And who is like the captain of the ship? The captain of the ship is the spiritual master, Guru Karna Dharam. And for the ship, it needs favorable winds. So those favorable winds are Mayanukulena Nabhasvate Ritam. Maya Anukulena means Krishna's instructions in the form of Bhagavad Gita and the scriptures, Bhagavatam. So in spite of all this, Puman Bhavabdhim Nataret, one who does not utilize his human body and does not cross, Sa Atmaha, he is killing himself. It's like an animal not knowing that one after the other it's going to the slaughterhouse. So there were these two goats. So they were going, and one goat is talking to the other goat, hey, why you are always very serious? You should enjoy. See all this. They were passing by a valley. See this beautiful valley, and you should enjoy with the she goats. See, there are so many she goats next. Why are you always silent? And then this goat said, no, no, no. My mom told me to always be focused and not become deviated. Focus on your goal and not be deviated. If you become deviated, then I'll forget my goal. No, what is this nonsense? You should enjoy life. Your mom already died. And forget all of that. Enjoy life like me. And then this good goat, regulated goat, he started to do some exercises. And then this goat, what are you doing? Crazy things. Building body and all of that. Just use your senses, enjoy your senses. And then the good goat said, no, 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 my mother said, you should become very strong, because she told at one point, at a turn, the valley will come and you should jump off that. Basically, they are in a truck being carried to the slaughterhouse. And this good goat has been told by the mother that a time will come when you will be carried to the slaughterhouse. You should become prepared, be focused on the goal of getting out of the vehicle, and at an opportune moment you should jump. For that you should have strong limbs. I've been practicing, exercising. And then this goat says, are you foolish? We are just taken for a good trip, for enjoyment. Just enjoy life. And then he said, no, 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 I'm going to jump off. He jumps off. But this other goat foolishly goes to the slaughterhouse and gets slaughtered. So people who say, oh, life is meant for enjoyment, enjoy while it lasts. Don't believe in people who say scriptures are all invented just to keep law and order. Otherwise, people will break the law. It's just for that. But life is meant for enjoyment. There is no God. So all these kind of things, there is no yajna, no sacrifice needs to be done. So when people do that sacrifice, people laugh at us. Oh, why are you crazily doing all these kind of things? At least let your children do. People say that. So why are you also bringing up your children like that? At least let them enjoy, no? Anyway, your life is lost. See that mother goat gave instructions, and a good goat followed the instructions and saved itself from a disaster. So this is a very precarious situation. We are all being sent to the slaughterhouse of losing our spiritual life. This modern civilization. The mother is like the spiritual master who gives us instructions. Follow this. If you follow it, you become prepared. At the time of opportune moment, you think of Krishna and you can be saved from this horrible existence. So Prabhupada mentions in the purport, finally, in the end, that there are different grades of material comforts in different heavenly planets, and in all cases there is immense happiness for persons engaged in different kinds of yajna. But the highest kind of happiness that a man can achieve is to be promoted to the spiritual planets by practice of Krishna consciousness. A life of Krishna consciousness is therefore the solution to all problems of material existence. So definitely by performance of yajna, one becomes happy, just like a by being a good citizen, by paying taxes, one will be happy. He'll be provided all amenities. The government takes care of him, social benefits, health benefits, everything will be there. If you become a criminal, you will be punished. But the actual thing is, as Prabhupada is saying, yajna happiness is one thing, but the highest kind of happiness is to be promoted to the spiritual planets by practice of Krishna consciousness. A life of Krishna consciousness is therefore the solution to all problems of material existence. So, automatically, when you take to Krishna consciousness, automatically, as a byproduct, all the problems of material existence cease. When there is sun, there is no darkness naturally. Krishna is Anandamayo Bhyasat. When you are in consciousness of Krishna, you also become like Krishna, Anandamayo Bhyasat. There is no material existence, there is no problems of material existence. So I'll stop here. Anyone has any questions or comments? I think somebody has some chat message. Yes, Guru and Shastra. Absolutely. Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, if we follow, then we'll be saved. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Sadhu Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, in today's lecture, I have a question. Being in Krishna consciousness, we still need to use karma and jnana also, but dovetailing towards Krishna, right? And the Krishna consciousness, meaning, like you're saying that instead of being an animal, become like a karmi and then become like a gnani and then become like that. So, but still in Grihasthashrama we are there. So we have to use all these facilities towards improving our Krishna consciousness and being in bhakti, serving the Lord.
Yeah, so you're right in one sense. For a Krishna conscious person, he can use all the amenities. But for one who is not aware of any of these scriptural regulations, automatically by taking to Krishna consciousness, like if you are, for example, not doing some vrata, some yajna for a demigod or pitrutarpana for the forefathers, those kind of things, those are all considered karma kanda. Or you may not be proficient in studying scriptures, gnana, but just by serving Krishna, following the orders of the spiritual master, chanting the holy names, all of that, or you're absolved from all these obligations. So, but we can still follow these yagnas, but Krishna conscious yagna, not any of the demigods or the other yagnas. If we have knowledge, we can study the scriptures and all the other things, but not necessarily. You don't have to do if you, as long as you're following Krishna sincerely, that is good enough.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jai.